My name is Martin Brassell. I'm the Chief Executive and co-founder of a business called Inngot. Our speciality is in providing web tools and research that help companies to identify what their intangible assets and IP are, what they're worth, and how to get value from them, in particular in the context of business finance. So we've really played two roles in this, I think. The first one has been to explore the issues in a series of reports that we've written for the Intellectual Property Office in the UK and its Singaporean counterpart. Also recently, we prepared a comprehensive overview for the OECD, trying to understand what role IP can play in improving access to finance for small and medium enterprises more generally. The key thing we do, though, is we provide tools which improve the consistency of the way that intangible assets are described and also provide comparability in the way that they're valued. And these are really things that the market has to have if it's to thrive, and particularly if the businesses that can benefit most from this kind of growth finance are going to have a realistic chance of being able to use their assets for this purpose. Businesses have been able to use the value of their hard, tangible assets like machinery or buildings for over a century now without too much difficulty. And banks are very used to understanding how to appraise and value those kind of assets. When we're talking about IP-backed lending, what we really mean is being able to attach some value, some importance, some significance, if you like, to the assets that are really driving competitive advantages in most businesses today. Well, although IP, particularly patents, are essentially about a right to stop somebody else doing something, what we find is that these really are quite closely connected to cash flow, and they are the drivers of competitive differentiation in most modern businesses now. They're also the main area that companies tend to spend money on. They're the biggest area of investment in businesses nowadays by some margin. So it makes sense to try to leverage all that money, that capital that's effectively been tied up in innovation, and use it to be able to fund further innovation, which is typically the use to which IP-backed finance is put. The other problem is that many of the kind of businesses we're talking about simply don't own the type of tangible collateral that lenders, particularly banks, are really used to seeing and working with. The key attraction, I guess, obviously, of going down a route of debt and borrowing is it's non-dilutive. So you don't have to give away a stake in your company in order to raise the funding you need.